I welcome you all to SP Medical College, Bikaner and the Bikaner staff. Being a Bikanerian and Rajasthani. I belong to Rajasthan. Though I was born in Kashmir, but for the last 100 years, my family is settled in Rajasthan, first in Sikar, and now in Bikaner. I was very pleased to know that at Sikar also now there is a medical college. And Kochar, my friend, is the principal of that college. It's really great pleasure. Today, I won't take much time because I know hunger pains, being myself a diabetic, I know that hypoglycemia must be working in many people. I have been at AIIMS for a pretty long time, 71 to 212, and headed the Department of Forensic Medicine from 86 to 212. There have been various positions later on there. I am still active, I am not old. Still, I am recalled frequently by the court of law, either to advise or by the CBI, even CBI is still engaging me in many of the cases, and I do attend them. I have been Vice Chancellor of SCT University, and later on the Chancellor till 2022. Only a year back, I left that assignment. I decided that I will not take lecture anymore. And actually speaking, after that, this is my first lecture. Because I stopped taking lectures. Stopped going anything. Here when Mathur and Sally rang me up, I said, no, I'm tired, I cannot speak much. I'm 78. I think very severe diabetic and neuropathy and all that. But he said, no, you have to come. And when anybody from Bikaner says to me, you have to come, I have to come. I see here most of the faces that including Dr. D.R. Bhatwas. My last common student of my teacher and myself. Professor Jagdish Chandra was my teacher. He was just like my father. And I had practically a fatherly relationship with that man. And he was our last, because after that, Jagdish Chandra retired in 1986, and I took over the department, head of the department. He was star part of the medicine. I still get some months from the court, and I told you, and this is the year, today only. 4/11, there was someone from the court of law, Rouse Avenue Court, I think, no, it's a Patera court. And this case is pertaining to Ram Mahajan. If you remember, there was one MP, Mahajan, whose younger brother came to him, and then his son brought his dead body, not dead body, asthis to Delhi, and then something wrong happened. So that case is going on. And I had to appeal in the court of law, but I thought that I am going to Bikaner, my hometown. There's a conference which I cannot miss. So I came. So don't take I think this is one here. Oh, have some. why we have such a heavy system in the society. That is being understood. The human race, our entire civilization, rests only on two things. One is empathy and second is justice. Empathy means love. All humans want to get loved and to love. They themselves want to be loved by some people, at the same time they want to love someone. This is called empathy. And because of empathy only we exist. The day empathy is born out of us, human civilization is born. What for you have become doctor? To serve people. Why you are a forensic medicine expert? To provide justice. What is for lawyer? To provide justice. What is for engineer? To provide perception for others, not for himself. So we all are such embedded in the society that we work for others, not for ourselves. None of us. It gives a satisfaction to our ego. And that's why we have a feeling for everything. That okay, I become a big doctor or like that. For whom you have become big doctor? You have become big doctor for others. You are big engineer for others. So this is the basic of the. Second is justice. Without justice we cannot survive. This is a human nature. And entire civilization revolves on these two facts, justice and empathy. Empathy is very much visible, but justice is not that visible. And many experimentations have been done by the psychologists to prove that justice is the hallmark not of the human race, but even of the animals. And this psychological experimentation was carried out. There are two monkeys, cappuccino monkeys. Both were given a task to pick a piece of stone, and they were rewarded with a piece of cucumber. This is the reward. So both are picking without any difficulty. They are happy. But one day he decides to give one of them a piece of cucumber and second one a grape. Now this fellow is getting cucumber. He knows the market rates. Grapes are costly. So he refuses to take the cucumber. He says, no, give me grape. The sense of equality and justice. And now this experiment has been done very widely in almost all the non-animals. And we have seen that sense of justice exists in all other races too. Just see this and enjoy it.
So a final experiment that I want to mention to you is our fairness study. And so this became a very famous study, and there's now many more, because after we did this about 10 years ago, it became very well known. And we did that originally with capuchin monkeys, and I'm going to show you the first experiment that we did. It has now been done with dogs, and with birds, and with chimpanzees. With Sarah Boston, we started out with capuchin monkeys. So what we did is we put two capuchin monkeys side by side. Again, these animals, they live in a group, they know each other, we take them out of the group, put them in a test chamber. And there's a very simple task that they need to do. And if you give both of them cucumber for the task, the two monkeys side by side, they're perfectly willing to do this 25 times in a row. So cucumber, even though it's really only water in my opinion, but cucumber is perfectly fine for them. Now if you give the part the grapes, the food preferences of my capuchin monkeys correspond exactly with the prices in the supermarket. And so if you give them grapes as a far better food, then you create inequity between them. So that's the experiment we did. Recently we videotaped it with new monkeys who had never done the task, thinking that maybe they would have a stronger reaction, and that turned out to be right. The one on the left is the monkey who gets cucumber. The one on the right is the one who gets grapes. The one who gets cucumber, note that the first piece of cucumber is perfectly fine. The first piece she eats. Then she sees the other one getting grape and you will see what happens. So she gives a rock to us, that's the task. And we give her a piece of cucumber and she eats it. The other one needs to give a rock to us. And that's what she does. And she gets a grape. And she eats it. The other one sees that. She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber. She tests her rock now against the wall. She needs to give it to us. And she gets cucumber again. So this is basically the wall.
This was what? Just to convince you that how justice is important in our life. Last 1 month, I was a bit, not perturbed, but a bit anxious. First I got a news item in TV and everywhere. The 2 JK doctors dismissed for fabricating evidence in 2009 Shopian case. This I have taken from Economic Times. This case I had done in 2009, where the local doctors have proved it. 4 postmortems were conducted, and all 4 postmortems stated that these 2 women who were found dead in a nala, Rambia Nala, they were raped and killed. And as a result, police officers and army officers were caught. And entire Kashmir remained closed for 82 days. And there was a lot of death of people and the loss of property. Finally, this case was transferred to the CBI, and CBI additional director rang me up and asked me, come Srinagar within 3 hours. And I was there. And then we started investigation. Investigation proved that no, out of these 2 girls, by the time 6 months have passed, we examined the record and conducted the examination, that one of them was virgin. And second one was never sexually assaulted. But now the DNA was saying that they have been raped. And we proved it that this DNA was implanted. And finally this Dr. Rigat, whose name I don't know, he has written or not, she had given a false swab of some patient. While conducting postmortem examination, she has collected a swab for somebody and given it a swab of the person of whom she has conducted the postmortem examination. Literally, it has to come first, and then finally got detected. And I was just waiting because I was mistreated by the Kashmiri people, though I myself belong to that area, and court and all that, because court didn't believe me. They asked me first time in the history of India, probably the High Court said, no, you come with your all findings and make presentation in the open court in the presence of media, press and people. It was only that thousands of people collected there that court could not do it. So they said, no, let us go to upstairs in the boardroom. There are police people, civil people, you and lawyers will be present. And in the evening, at 6 p.m., you make a public presentation of your findings in Huma Guest House. All the things were done, but nothing. What I got in return of that, here you will simply say that this newspaper has quoted my name and Dr. who did DNA filtering. Now, this is the site These were the two women. This is the crowd which has assembled outside the court. And this is the Kapristan. This is, we are preparing pandal in the night. This is already made. These are the tables which we got, made locally. And this is the just scene. And then we exhumed the dead bodies. This is the first dead body which was exhumed. This was the second dead body which was exhumed. And after detailed examination, if I put that examination before you, it will take 2 hours. This is not fun. But we could do beyond doubt that yes. And this is my report which was burnt in my stopping my car in which I was, and in front of my car, they burned my report over there. In these circumstances we were there. And one of my colleagues, Dr. Bhargava knows him very well, he wrote a letter to the President of the Bar Council of Jammu and Kashmir that you don't trust that Dogra's integrity is doubtful. This letter was served to the Chief Justice, Mr. Ghosh, the Bengali guy. And then my PP, the government PP, was there, he was his temper, and then there were big arguments between him and judge and then that letter was withdrawn. But it appeared in the newspaper. So all my relatives, that is 150 relatives, they rang me up. Dogra, what you have done? What you have done? Are you safe? I said, no, I am safe. Second news which I got this month only, again is disturbed. And I thought I should, both the things I am telling you about my clarification. But I am okay. I am not a culprit. I don't want to teach anything out of that. I am just telling you that. In 2006, there was a designing relief, actually 5 and 6 it was there. And that is all over this Noida, there were, in Sector 31, is where the Sector 31 ends, the Nithari village starts. And that's how it got the name, the Nithari village. Again, last week it appeared in the newspaper. Our evidence and everything has taken place. Nithari killing, how the probe was done with the present violation in collecting basic evidences. The High Court, Allahabad High Court has given acquittal to both the people, the Pandey as well as to Mr. Kohli. Kohli was the doer. Pandey was the owner of the house. Both were given death sentence by the lower court on account 13 times, not one time, 13 times. But High Court said that there is no offense at all. So where is the wrong? I am wrong or some process is wrong? That is what they need to decide. This is another newspaper. Every newspaper gave this story, and everywhere they directly or indirectly makes claim. Here is another newspaper. Now this is my team. We worked there for 4 months. For this case, I worked for 4 months, and my team, Anupama Raina, Sanjeev Lalwani, who is the medical student now, Rajendra Behra, and late Dr. Rajendra, he was the director of CSSL Hindi, and his team unfortunately expired from his life. Now this is the site. This is the backyard of the house, from where first police people had just collected few bones and some pieces of suspected skull. They packed all these things in a bori and sent to the Agra, because there is Agra here. They forget. But somehow the nearby people, they got agitated, and they all they gave it to the newspaper and media, it became a big news in the newspaper after 3-4 days, not immediately. And on TV also, then everybody got to know what is there. So the UP government immediately transferred this case to the CBI. And CBI director at that time, he immediately rang me up. Where are you? I said, I am in my department. Reach immediately to the guest house of Dogra, Sector 31. What has happened? I will let you know there only. I reached there. Then he told the story that this thing has happened. I said, okay, let me make it big. Because you cannot work individually anytime. I always believe in making teams, working with a team. That is the best way to work. You cannot work solely. Nobody is perfect in this world. We all are imperfect. A frank discussion and frank ideas exchange is the only way to find the truth. So we met there and then proceeded to the scene of crime. And first place, this was seen. Then this was the house. You will notice one thing in this one house. This is a Nala which we have opened up. But we are there for that. Now, I just put it. We examined the entire house. There was nothing abnormal. But many girls were missing from there. There was only one servant in the house by the name of Mr. Kohli. Kohli was his caste. And by work, these Kohli people are usually engaged to remove hides from the dead animals in the villages. And he used to was doing that work in his village. So well acquainted with the rural anatomy. Minded, anatomy is the same of the animals and of the river. How to disintegrate the joints and remove the skin, that how the same. She was quite experienced with that. And that gave us a doubt. He was taken into custody and very easily he accepted that he had killed this woman. Why you have killed humans? How many of them he could not tell the number, but I have killed. Why? He said that Mr. Pandey, who was the owner of this house, he had a factory in Greater Noida and he used to visit only once in a 2 or 3 months. He had a very bad habit that he will call a burger whenever he comes and liquor. He will take the liquor and drink. That what was his routine. What this fellow used to do, when he came to work, he will note down somehow the number of these girls, mobile number. And when their owner is gone, Pandey is gone, he will give a ring to them. That Pandey Sahib is calling me. She will come, he will make them comfortable on the sofa, ask for tea and all that, then go to the kitchen. There he had prepared the religion. He will come and stand up. He has not changed the religion, he did the same thing. And then she is dead. She will undress, he will undress, attempt the sexual intercourse, and then take to the bathroom, which was in between the staircase, and there they are in the night, he will around say, he will dissect. And this crack which we are seeing, he will put in the polythene and put this crack. When I came to see the Nala, then let us open this Nala, so the entire Nala will open. We could recover some bones and some tissues. Finally I said, no, nothing. Every Nala is having some purpose of something. If there is a heavy material, that heavy material gets sunk into the sump, so the Nala is not blocked. And then 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, then some it's not very frequent. When somebody reports that something is full, then it is. So we got the engineers came in came and we said, no, each and every portion coming out of the nala will be good. And we did. And I will tell you the result. Now, when we see the nala, this is some, you can say how much dirt here. Now, this is some we are extravagant category. This is again with the help of this, what do you say, to take out the material from this. Now, these are the 2% as well. This one is holy, that one is murder. He is holy. With the time, he became a good liar. He used to fight his case himself. So finally, when we collected everything, we were in possession of 19 skulls, 19 intact skulls, some bones, 700 bone pieces, 80 soft tissues. Now, so much material we had collected. It was a big task how to deal with them. So we had an empty room near our new mortuary. So I pushed 3 persons over there and myself. Sanjeev Lalwani, Chitranjan Bera, Anupama Rana, and I used to sit on the gate. You will not come out till you clean all the tissues. I opened this gate only. They took 3 months to clean. It was such a bad situation, bad condition. After 3 months, and then I said, okay, call anatomist. So we took one of the professor of anatomy. Now he's professor of anatomy. I'm just forgetting his name, Bengali fellow. Very good fellow. And we reconstructed the 21 skeletons. Skeletons of 21 people. Now the 21 skeletons are there with you. Now these are the kind of tissues. The silvers. This is butter. And second thing, it is no doubt that we had a scheme, fixed scheme to dissect the dead bodies. Removal of buttocks, removal of breast, this articulation of knee, etc. A very fixed pattern he was using it. This is another tissue, scapula is visible here, neck, skull. Note down this cuff, hair cuff. It provided me great help. Note down here the skull and the ring. Ring which is like, it's very important. This was found along with the skull. Again, please note down this ring, leg ring. It's very important. They are found along with the skull. Again, note down this juda, tied in a very special fashion. Note down this click, the important finding. Now these are the skeleton which we have got. What we did anatomical examination, X-ray examination, and found out the age of each bone. And then the age groups, these bones were annexed. That was the only way by which we could do. And by that way we created 21 skulls. Now question we ask whether this collection is right or not wrong. So DNA was collected from all leading bones. And DNA was done and seen that yes, all bones belongs to one DNA. DNA of 1%. So that's how we say that there are 21 people with us. And they are not born of different persons because their DNA is matching. It was a very big job. You can think of 700 bones and then collection of the DNA from that. It's a difficult task, but thanks to Allah. This one, another skeleton. They were not compared. Here the hair are intact, the same lady. Here. Now we collected made all these skeletons, and we were satisfied that yes, each skeleton belongs to one person. They are not simply collection of bones of different persons. This much we are sure. Now we have the DNA also. What we did, first I requested them that Mr. Kohli, he has been taking a day or 1.5 days, 2 days to dissect the dead body. He must be knowing each and every detail. So all these details which I have shown you, I kept to a separate table. Not separate table. We kept all the 21 skeletons and 21 skeletons in the anatomy department, and along with their belongings. And called Kohli, we recorded it. भाई ये क्या है, ब्राउन है, किसके है? जो पहले वाला दिखाया, बोले पायर। फिर जो दिखाया तो लगा पूरे धंधा का है। लाइक है क्लिप पिंकी का, एक बटन था सब ले पिंका का, और झुगड़ा में ये बटन का था। It was so spontaneous, so spontaneous. It was just taken a lot of time to dissect them. So it didn't remember each and everything. This whole thing was recorded. In my witness, everything was there. It was made an evidence and given to the CBI. Now, we gave advertisement to the newspaper that whosoever is the relation suspects that his wife is missing, his daughter is missing, he should come to AIIMS. Give his blood and we'll go there. So a lot of people came. 46 claimants came that our daughter is missing. Mind it, they were all females. 8 of them, but out of these 46, we could resolve only 8 of the DNAs in these 46. Later on, some of the skulls were seen were intact. So, 5 of these skulls were intact, and their photographs were available, front, right, and all that were available from their records. They were collected and superimposition was done, and by superimposition we could say that yes, these people are of so. What is it? Though that's not 100% evidence, but even that is a great supporting evidence. Particularly 8 of the people we have DNA test matching very closely. Now here is the DNA report, and the name who were identified actually Kulhari, Pinky, Rachana, Majnu, and Rimpa. So this was the evidence which we gave it then. Because I knew, biggest question in the court of law, why is doing? How is certified? And who is doing? What is the purpose? So we conducted a psychological profiling which we usually conduct. At times we have been conducting it, but it for a long time. Chairman, invariably I used to be, and other members were R.K. Chadda, Professor of Psychiatry, Manju Mehta, clinical psychologist, Sanjeev Lalwani, forensic medicine, and Chandran Mehra, and we examined these people in detail. We found that Kulhari is absolutely normal. He has no anomaly, whatever it is, he is a real man of wisdom. That's what we said. But Sri Surendra Kohli was found to be suffering from necrophilia and necrophilia. He used to take out breast and butter and cook and eat. But he said, I cannot eat because preparation was very fatty. It's all fatty tissue. So fat comes out. So I cannot eat, but he very eat them. Both the reasons. So we said, no, it is, he suffered from necrophilia and necrophagia. Necrophilia means having sexual interaction with the body. Necrophagia means eating. So we were suffering to kind of disorders, certified it, very well certified it, to appear in the court of law also, start all the on that. I just tell you this thing, that I have done very well, my job very well. Court has given acquittal, it's for the court. And why the court gives acquittal? Why this acquittal comes? That you have to understand. I'll just take 3 minutes more. You see, forensic science is not a one size. It's a multidisciplinary order. I cannot say I am forensic scientist. How the hell can I be a forensic scientist? There are 144 divisions of the forensic science. I am master of forensic medicine, that's all. I know my job only for forensic pathology. That's my expertise. So whenever you are working, you have to take help of others related areas. Without that, you cannot function. That is one thing which is required to be understood. Secondly, our courts rely only on three things. Two things. Number one is evidence-based, like evidence law. Second is inference-based. There are only two principles which works in the court of law. Evidence-based means you produce evidence. It may be physical evidence, chemical evidence, DNA evidence, any evidence. And inference means circumstantial evidence. Say, two people have entered into a room, and after 20 minutes, one of them had come out with a knife, and other fellow is found dead, and I have seen it. Now, by circumstantial evidences, I can say that yes, this fellow has killed him because there are only two people entered. One of them is dead, one of them has come alive with a knife, so he must have killed him. This is circumstantial evidence. Or what you call it, inference basis. We are trying inference. Nowhere in the court there is a search of truth. There is one person who is called as a public prosecutor. He fights tooth and nail just to get his client prosecuted. And there is a defense counsel who is paid to defend his client tooth and nail, get acquittal. Who is searching truth? So it depends upon the prosecution and defense arguments. And there is no end of arguments. Arguments are endless. And therefore, finally, truth may be totally changed. It may get reformed, or it may not get delivered. And this is the problem not only of India, it is of the entire world. Because the entire world is not working. So we have to understand this process, make and improve the system that we attempt to find out the truth, that what has happened, not only the basis of the papers, not the third party, neither public prosecutor has seen, nor the defense counsel has seen, nor the judge has seen it. All those seen, actually, no people are the witnesses. And these poor witnesses have no right in the court of law. They cannot even speak themselves. They cannot even express themselves. For them, there are some tight rules. Even I know as a doctor. I remember one case with one of my class fellow, he was my class fellow friend, in active we were together and later we shifted to neurosurgeon, became neurosurgeon. A voice was telling him, sit in the corner. We have done the conduct of court. He simply argued that I have an operation to do, I can relate me. He was angry. I asked him to sit in the corner. The fellow was sitting in the corner to do. So where I have my rights? Where are the client rights? You put a person in the jail for 10 years and then give a judgment. Then deliver his judgment. He loses all personal liberty. And then you are creating witnesses against him. So that system requires to be relooked in my opinion. There is a great urgency as far as present day justice system is concerned. That's what I wanted to tell you. In one case I got appreciation last month, in one case I got criticism. But my analysis. Thank you.